Hey, hello friend, and welcome back once again to Ultimate Admiral HSL. We're here with the, let's say, final stages of the game, most likely. We have only one mission, the Battle of the Nile. And since I've already reinforced everything to the max, at least the ships that I want to use. Now, at this stage, I do think that I want to start selling some of these lower rate ships. So I will. Yeah, I don't really care about this third rate anymore. I'm gonna sell the Romney, the Pearl, the Ferret, the Mercedes, and also the Patre. It had been serving me reasonably well, but I think that for now it's definitely outlived its usefulness. And you know what? I should probably be able to put these to reasonable use as well. With a minimal crew. And captain. So let's put those to good use this mission. And I did have some guys that are actually pretty good. So currently I have them all at 100. Not all of them, but now I do. So let's switch up some of these, because we can certainly do a lot better for now. And okay, so this guy's pretty good. This guy's pretty good. Let's look at the Alceste. You know, if we can't do any better, that's fine. But if I actually can, then I do certainly want to upgrade. This is already Audacia, the Arrogante. Let's take a look. They're probably pretty decent for most of these, though. Although apparently not all of them. You can really see that it still makes a big difference, though, if we switch them up a little bit. It really does, actually. So this is the Hippopotame. Let's go to the Hector. Fun to see that this was once, you know, the main ship of my fleet, and now it's nothing less than, it's just a third rate only. Okay. Have no career points. I have the option to to do a bit of research. I actually have no chance of getting too advanced for now, which is actually pretty interesting when you think about it. Actually, let's go for copper plate. That puts me to 2, and let's actually go for some cheap ones. So this unlocks advanced, which might still be of some use. I'm just gonna keep the money, and it's still minus 53. So even after this battle, I'm just not getting a whole lot because I just have so many men, etc. Even though I think ultimately it shouldn't even be all that bad. Now, let's just get this to round numbers. I know it might not be even be that necessary. Oh. Might not even be all that necessary. I'm just kind of OCD like that. So I guess to the nearest 25 will do for now. There's no real reason to upgrade them currently. Let's take a look at any potential naval weapons that I have that can be sold. I don't really think there's any reason for me to keep any of these guns, and this way I can get a bit more money, which I also need. How about land weapons that I could sell? This is just trash. These are really good, but I'll never be able to use them. Alright, let's keep the rest of those land weapons. And that's fine. So, what I can do because of this is I can now at least upgrade these guys a little bit with some stuff. Now, let's at least go for lightweight hull and boarding equipment. Which is 18,000. And I'll put some improved copper sheeting. Too expensive. Okay. How about lightweight gun carriages, level 2? Have I not researched that? Unified gun carriages. Oh, it's only 20,000. Alright, let's get started then. Anyway, before I start this battle, I forgot to mention that this is a special bonus episode brought to you by my Patreon supporter, Pumnarao. Throughout Patreon, it allows me to make additional videos each month. So if you would like to see more videos, head on patreon.com, see which level of support suits you. Anyway, let's get started. Battle of the Nile. We've caught up with the escorts of the French fleet at Aboukir Bay, near the mouth of the river Nile. The French have anchored at the narrow entrance to the bay and will have support from land-based batteries. This fleet is all that stands between us and the vulnerable convoy that is transporting the French army. If we can destroy it, then French ambitions in the Mediterranean will be finished. After more honor, forward the better man. Alright. Well, we'll see. Alright, so one thing that I completely forgot, which is super dumb, is before I start this mission, is I actually need to put the fire ship equipment on them. That was dumb. Where is it? The explosive barrels. Now, if I go to research, here we are. Is there like an explosive barrels level 2? I don't think so, but or just like an improved version of explosive barrels. It does not seem like it. No. Okay, but like I said, I should not not forget explosive barrels. Overload. It's kind of sad actually for the crew on these ships here. I mean, can you imagine being on a ship like this and then you just kind of know you're gonna die? Oh well. It does also mean I have some guns again. There we go. Bam. Okay. Now we're ready. Sorry about that. It's just that shouldn't forget this. Sign on, young man, and sail with me. Sure. Okay. Let's start with the USS Owl Springbird and the restoration at the front. Then we're going to bring up our big fleet. Can't even bring all of my capital ships. Afterwards, which is interesting. We've discovered the French fleet. Unfortunately, the convoy with Napoleon isn't present, but if we can deprive the convoy of its escort, more opportunities will surely present themselves. Our fleet is in line and we have the wind on our side, but the French have positioned themselves in a narrow bay. If we decide to attack from the landward side, the French coastal batteries could become serious trouble. The French believe they are safe in their defensive position. We'll show them that they are wrong. So the biggest ship that the French have is the Lorient with 800 men. That should be capture worthy. Also looks indeed like these guys have 3 lines of cannons. These have, or 2 lines. These have 3 lines. So that's definitely something that we need to do. We need to destroy 8 ships. Yeah, so that's what we'll be working on. We need to get into the bay either way. It kind of sucks that they will be you know, shooting at me as well. But there's little we can do about it. I just want to go full sails here and let's speed things up. So another thing that I want actually is I want you. Yeah, let's go, I guess. Okay. I'll just try to avoid all the major stuff and seems like these guys, they're not really getting out of convoy, interestingly. Like, these guys are moving, but besides that, there's not really a whole lot going on currently. I haven't really seen a whole lot of cannon from the bay either. Now, for a ship to have at least 3 lines, it kind of needs to be like this ship. And someone like this one. So those are really the exceptional first rate units. Just doing this should allow these ships to go a little bit faster, because it is a bit of a problem. Let's actually wait. So You need to follow them, and these guys need to follow them. Like, you just need to hurry. You're going after them there. You there. There. And there. So that's that. And this will allow these front ships to go a whole lot faster, which is also what they need to potentially avoid those cannons. I would even want them to go even faster if I can. It would also be better if they could just avoid that stuff altogether. How fast are you going? 12.8. Let's try to get them to sail with the wind. No, that only seems to slow them down. Interestingly. Well, even if these do get sunk, then it does at least allow me to get by some of these coastal defenses. At least relatively well. Just kind of curious. It's probably better to just send them out to that ship. They're still alive. I know they're doing quite poorly. But like I said, they're the first ship to be attacked, so it wouldn't even surprise me if they just straight up sink. But they will allow the rest of these to pave the way for the other ships here. And they are going fast enough that even if I don't do anything here. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. One. I probably won't be able to reach them. Yeah. They didn't make it in far enough, and it seems like the enemy has almost a perfect perfect hits on them. So that kind of sucks. This obviously, it will not particularly help. But at least the restoration seems to do fairly well. Well, they did hit that ship, but it doesn't seem like the fire is actually getting to them. Unfortunately. That was going pretty well, so it's a bit of a shame. You're actually already a lot closer, so I'm quite happy about that. But let's just see if you're ultimately gonna make it. I mean, to fire, and they should then put the Conqueror there on fire as well, and that should hopefully then be number one, basically. Right, well, I guess at that point we should see how effective that is now. I do sincerely hope we'll be able to beat those that second ship too. Well, this is going to be pretty tricky. Let's try and turn a bit. Doesn't look like the Conqueror is doing very well, so that at least is positive. And I do think they'll be able to overcome this. I did put it to fire, hopefully fast enough, I think. Yep, okay. Great. That should be 2 of their ships, so... And not the smallest ones, either. It's funny, because apparently those cannons bounce right off the Prisma Conception. I'm quite pleased at that. These guys are taking a few hits. It's nothing serious. Unfortunately... Yeah, I'm taking some slight hits. Nothing too major. The good thing about just burning these ships though now is that I don't actually need to seriously engage them. Okay, I want you to focus on the guerrier. I'd rather not have engaged these 2 ships already, but there's nothing I can do. I mean, it just takes quite a while before they actually burn down all the way, so they'll still be able to fire for quite a while. I get it, their pumps are low and etc., but this is gonna take a while either way. So... The one thing I'm looking for here, though, is trying to get them to not be able to attack my front ship that much. Seems like at least their masts are destroyed as well. I still want to get a good angle on the guerrier before actually turning. Although, like I said, I don't actually see them doing a whole lot here. Yeah, I was way too far away for that. Now, like I said, I don't actually see either of these ships do anything. I'm sure the people must be panicking. So let's focus here on the Guillaume Tell, not actually on the Conqueror. Whereas... The biggest problem that I have, though, ultimately would be with the wind. Yeah. Now, the other interesting thing here is I'm gonna start with grape shot and try and get rid of these. So what I need you to do is actually to start anchoring. This is going to be a bit of a weird starting operation. So they're going to be in a world of pain, but the goal here is to make sure that they lose a lot of men. And that I can actually hook onto them. Okay, so now you guys are gonna keep moving without waiting for the group. And I want the Hector to... no, not move. I want you to also go this way. Most certainly. Problem is that I cannot get past these sinking ships that well. Yeah. So I kind of need to do this now. Okay, the General should at least be lost this way. And I'll pretty much try to do the same with the Hero. But they will have to get past the Lorient, so that's gonna be tricky, obviously. Still though. As far as I'm concerned. Okay, let's pause. Now we've taken this ship, I want you to add minimal crew. And then let loose, because I just want them out of here, basically. So if they are capable of moving forward this way, I will allow them. That would be hard, yeah. You're just not gonna fire for a little bit and wait there. These guys are getting the full brunt. Let's actually 1 second though, because currently I have the Franklin, which is basically just destroying itself out there. That's okay. I have the Prisma Conception, which can still move forward. I cannot just go about and take the Lorient at this point. Not only do they need to get out, it would be very, very tricky to go and deal with the Lorient at this point. I just need to basically kill their crew and then go in on this area and take the Hero. Well, whereas the Hector is just gonna keep moving for a little bit. Actually, I want them to keep firing on you if I can. No, let's keep going then. Okay, so they're going exceptionally slowly, but that's not a problem. You're killing your own men. That's board, and now I want you to keep moving forward. And you to actually turn a bit. So they're probably kind of gonna scrape together, but that's okay. So at that point, I want you to now come on board from this side while also simultaneously attack them. So they have to go very slowly and kind of already stop here. The Hector actually needs to move and not... oh my god. No. I know I did this myself, but come on. Okay. So with them and them at both sides, I do think we should have a match. And then I can bring in the HMS Victory to take the Lorient out there. That's the goal. Let's actually pause and see how this ship is doing, because they are just almost straight up dead. That's not really a thing. I need these guys to be separated as I get the HMS Victory. So now I want you to go and transfer minimal men again and engage. And then I need you guys to start moving in that direction. Okay, whereas you are also going to cut loose, and the Prismatic Conception is just going to keep wailing on them. Let's have you turn though. I want to try and defeat the Guerrier. For all of these, I need to get loose. It's going to be tough with the Prismatic Conception while these guys are still moving, which is... No, you really don't have to wait for any group. Let's remove the group. You need to follow him, and you need to follow them. So then this is a group, but not the HMS Victory. Alright, sweet. You can just keep moving in that direction. You need to turn. You need to go ahead. Also try to get out of there. Because the Conception is taking considerable hits here. And okay, try to turn. Okay, well, if you turn a bit. Okay, they get out. They get out. That's good. I still need to destroy 4 ships. It's not as if I'm done yet. Let's pause it again. So the Franklin is nearly defeated. That's part 1. Secondly, I need you guys to pretty much just stop again. Stay there. The Guerrier and Franklin are pretty much about to just get toasted by the other ships that I have in this general area. That's okay. So that's 2 ships. I have the Lorient, which is going to be another one. And then potentially the Tonneau as the final ship. Yeah, I don't think the Franklin is going to do very well this way. Being like this, they're very likely just going to sink. But I need the majority of these ships out of here. So this is kind of a bit of a... it's a very specific kind of operation. Interestingly enough. Okay. Let's go half sail. So the wind changed. That's okay. That's not... you can just keep going that way. I don't really care. I want you to match speed though. And let's have you turn a bit. Focus on the Guerrier as well. Now, I need you guys to focus on them and anchor them. And since they're not moving, this should go well enough. The Prisma Conception actually needs to deal with the fire as well, but I need them to just get out of range first before doing anything else, really. The Audacia is actually fine with continuing the battle. I'm just not looking to attack those bigger ships, but okay, your rudder is destroyed, so they would need to fix it either way. Okay, so I'm gonna be able to destroy that. Courier is pretty much defeated. Let's now send in these guys to deal the finishing blow. Those naval weapons were barely any effective. Didn't really have to worry about it that much. So ultimately, I don't want to say it was an easy battle. It's not like that. All right, let's actually switch here. So, yeah, you need to keep moving. Okay, Lorient has surrendered. Let's again send in minimal fleet. Got loose and keep going. So with the Lorient, now this way. I need to wait until the Victory can move again. I have to be very careful. They still have 2 ship of the line out there. That definitely... Yeah, okay, so you're attacking the Guerrier. That's fine. And then currently, while they are moving, I want you to turn this way. It's hard enough for them to turn, so it's not likely going to just happen with the wind being like that, but I think they can turn either way, and then, yeah, it does look like they can. Okay, good. They won't be that quickly destroyed. Alright, it seems like I need to focus on something else, because it does seem... Okay, you're gonna die. And maybe I can actually still send them that direction. Turning this ship has been hard enough. Holy smokes. They are probably gonna get it quite a bit, but maybe the other ships are too focused on other things here. That would be my hope, and then once they've turned enough, then they can finally move. Another thing that I can do is I can use the Alceste to potentially go after one of these. But if they are using the Guillaume Tell, let's try to defeat that, because let's go full sails again. Okay, I have one more enemy ship. If I can actually anchor onto them and hold on. That would ultimately get me what I want. You need to stop though, because you're stuck. And since they are already boarding, let's get the rest of the crew out. So... because once that Guillaume Tell is destroyed, we'll be pretty much done. Okay, let's pause. Just get the men on there. And that's it. Destroyed 8 enemy ships. We got it. And we got a few nice ships there, so that's good. We did lose a little bit. Sure. I lost 1,000 men. But I do have plenty of men in reserve, and I actually was quite happy with the way my ships were used there. Alright, well, let's go for these repairs. And we got some trophies here. So the Lorient is also a first-rate ocean class, which might actually even be better than what we have so far. Either way, let's send the Guillaume Tell. And the Heureux. And the Guinere. And then we'll have the Lorient added to the fleet. How much crew can they get? Also 1,200. Alright, well, that's fine. Anyway, the enemy commander has contacted me and is offering to pay for a ransom. It's a paltry amount of money, so I'll go for the reputation. And Battle of the Nile. French fleet has shattered, and now we have the complete control of the Mediterranean. Napoleon and his army did make it ashore in Egypt, but now they're trapped. A glorious victory indeed. And the next one would be Guns in the Desert. Yeah, so the Admiralty decided to keep pressing the French troops in Egypt in order to assemble of an expeditionary force to land at Abu Qir Bay and advance across the isthmus with the city of Alexandria as the final destination. That's gonna be pretty tricky. Let's see though, because no. Ideally, yeah, let's go for cheaper veteran cost here. Alright, I'm gonna wrap things up and I'll continue in the next one. So that went fairly well. Do hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters: Pumna Rao, Dungeon Pastor, C Data Swords, Mandingo, and Tomislav Trolin. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. See you next time.